and had multiple matches on the road to begin the year, but now they have found their footing and they look to take down Atlanta United 2. As we take a look at the Atlanta United starting 11 under Coach Cook, they'll be playing in a 4-2-3-1. 3 changes from that loss to Orlando. Ethan Dudley comes in to pair at the center back position with Efrain Morales. Aiden Torres starts at just 16 years of age on that right back. And coming in to start is Matias Gallardo, former River Plate man who hit the post in the last match. And we talked about how Coach Cook really said honestly that his team was beaten in that last match versus Orlando. Orlando came to play, they showed it. That's why they ran out to a 4-0 lead. Atlanta got one back, but that was window dressing late in that match. And so Gallardo came on as a substitute in the last match, brought a lot of energy, brought a lot of quality, which is something we often see from him. And so now he gets the start today to hopefully kickstart Atlanta versus a Carolina core side that is very aggressive and that is going to look to dictate possession on the evening. Well, Danielle Chesky is our head referee. Carolina core in their green kits and Atlanta in the periwinkle blue. We begin from Truist Point in High Point, North Carolina. Atlanta United 2 on the road taking on Carolina Core in the Eastern Conference. James Hadnot here with you. Thank you so much for tuning in on Apple TV. The fans already letting themselves be heard. Something that Coach Laster talked with his side about. Felt that they have figured things out on the road. They come in 3-5 at home. And the crowd is something that they've had to get used to because they started so many of their matches away from home to begin. This ball's headed high. Working on Aiden Torres is Gregoire. Kambindu back to Angel Aguas. Canetti picks it up. Facundo Canetti can't work his way all the way around Ethan Dudley, but Dudley, former Northwestern Wildcat, sends it out for the first corner of the day, just less than 2 minutes in. It will be the captain, Jacob Evans. Swinging ball, Canetti is there! A dream start for Carolina Core. Facundo Canetti, his 3rd goal in 2 matches, and he makes it 1-0 early on. Canetti rising up like a fish out of water and nodding that ball past Jaden Hibbert. And Dudley on the volley, touch to Canetti. Diagonal, ball brought down by Gregoire, and it's cut in front. Evans missed out on it. Canetti back in, and this ball skips off and out. But Jacob Evans wondering why nothing more happened on the initial action. Thought he was contacted with, as Gregoire has been in great spaces. Ball right across the face of goal. It was right there for both Polanco and Evans. Neither could get a touch on frame. This portion of the match is brought to you by Go Forth Home Services. Founded in 1959, Go Forth Home Services is Carolina Corps' trusted provider for home services needs. Turns it over. Firmino into Gallardo, and Gallardo can't believe it. Got onto his favored foot. You saw where he was going, right to that top corner, and just wide of the mark as Alex Sutton just watched it. That's no different than his shot on last week that hit the post, and that really would have changed the fabric of that match against Orlando. Polanco will help Armas up after toppling over him. All big targets for Gallardo. And right there, the first MLS Next Pro goal for Ethan Dudley. We said he was a target, and he has a pinpoint shot past Alex Sutton. And we're level. Dudley stepping in front, and Sutton didn't make the move fast enough, left the goal wide open. And for Ethan Dudley, his story continues. The other way for Atlanta. Slips the ball to Firmino. Just wide. Firmino was coming in onto his right foot and just could not curl it past Sutton. But goals change games, and Atlanta now playing with a lot of confidence now. And now Alenga Charles receives a yellow card. Carlos Mario Diaz is behind the plate. Into Polanco. Morales steps in front. Wonderful defense from the homegrown. And Efrain Morales sets up Gallardo, who's coming forward. Gallardo wants to shoot. And once again, Diaz sends the ball away. Canetti chests it down, and Ethan Dudley handles it for the moment. Juarez headed down. Polanco puts it home, and Carolina Corps retakes the lead. Juarez just sent this into a dangerous area. Armas trying to head it away, and once the ball dropped for Polanco, he took his time and did not miss. Plenty of power behind it. Covey once again looks to go over the top, and there will be a foul. And now around Danielle Chesky. She's about to make this call. It's a very important one, as Efrain Morales is already on a yellow card. And that is Morales' second yellow card, which means it's red. A little tap. Now the ball comes into the box. And Jaden Hibbert with a spectacular save. A necessary one at that. Jacob Evans. A little tap. Now the ball comes into the box. And Jaden Hibbert with a spectacular save. A necessary one at that, as Kai Thomas was wide at the far post. perfect ball from Evans. Thomas is there, and Hibbert just pushes it away. Throw in. Atlanta trying to handle the ball. And Atlanta will have the restart. That is how the first half will come to a close. Javier Armas feels like there should be a yellow card for diving if there's no foul on him. They won their first ever match in franchise history, 2-1 over Atlanta back in May. This match would have significance as well if they can take all 3 points. As we begin the second half between Carolina Core and Atlanta United 2. Beautiful ball by Javier Armas into Matias Gallardo. Gallardo flips the ball in. Carlos Mario Diaz sends it away to Facundo Canetti. His diagonal ball into now Polanco. Numbers coming into the box. Polanco decides to shoot. And Mario Diaz sends that ball away as Hibbert makes an important intervention. It looks like it's going to be end-to-end. Atlanta is going to have to open up because they need points from this match. So despite being down a man, they have to be aggressive. Evans out wide to Juarez, who made a long run to join in the action. Canetti, Evans sticks with it, and Hibbert this time Evans plays it short, receives it back, now sends it towards the back post. Polanco was there, and now Covey had no power behind his header, and Hibbert handles for Atlanta. For Atlanta United find themselves down in this match. Matias Gallardo tries to thread the needle. Locked off was Rodrigo Neri by Daniel Chica. Coach Roy Lassiter mentioned that his team really seizing the moment as of late. There's been continuity and consistency within the lineup. He's had to make just one change each of the last 4 matches. And did have to make a change early in this match due to injury, but his starting 11 has been very similar over the past 4. That's what's helped them to success. Those back-to-back wins. Canetti with the turn. Back out to Carlos Mario Diaz. Into Evans. Now Canetti! Back-to-back braces for Facundo Canetti, and Carolina Core has 3 on the board. The same connection as the first goal. Facundo Canetti sent it back where it came from. Hibbert was shading to his left, so Canetti sent it where he wasn't. And Facundo Canetti gives. Carolina Core has taken full advantage of it and trying to put the finishing touches on it now. Jacob Evans does just that. Icing on this Carolina Core cake. And they lead 4-1 on top of Atlanta. 4 points out of a playoff spot. That's the final whistle. And Carolina Core is victorious for the 2nd straight time over Atlanta.